Greetings, everyone. Thank you and welcome. My name is Angelic Alchemy Meenakshi, and I am excited today to talk a little bit about the Sirius Star within the Canis Major constellation and its impact in the month of July on Earth and the various spiritual gifts that it brings along with it as the portal to Sirius Stargate is now open, and what that really means for the collective and an energy update related to the same. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. A quick, brief introduction to myself. I am a practitioner of angelic alchemy hypnosis, Reiki healings, as well as an Akashic records reader. I am also a spiritual mentor, and you can find me on the channel that you are watching right now, YouTube, as well as my website, angelicalchemyholistichealing.com, Facebook, and Instagram by the same name, as well as Rumble. So I love sharing updates that I receive from my beautiful guides that have been guiding me on my spiritual journey and path, as well as information that comes through Reiki sessions that I perform, or sometimes through hypnosis as the clients are healing themselves as well. But most of the messages that I have today are from Dreamtime as well as meditation. So let's begin. The Sirius Star, which is a part of the Canis Major constellation, also called the dog star. If you see the shape of the constellation, it looks like a dog. And I think the Sirius Star is towards the throat chakra of the dog of the constellation imagery that is depicted, the symbol that is depicted is a beautiful star. It is the brightest star in the sky, and it has a lot of significance within our universe for ancient wisdom and ancient knowledge, because it is one of the oldest stars, one of the most ancient star, as well as the races that are birthed within the Sirius Star are one of the most ancient races of our universe, and therefore they carry that wisdom and knowledge that we are seeking and working upon for our ascension journeys as a collective. And currently, in the month of July, around the new moon, the Sirius Star came into complete alignment with the sun and the earth. And this is a very significant moment in astrology as well as astronomy, and it is absolutely beautiful to see. And what this does as well is the Sirius Star actually has a direct ley line connection to Egypt. And as we know, Egypt for us is all about ancient wisdom. It is the ancient knowledge that are stored within the history of Egypt, as well as the pyramids that still are there, which are testimony to all that has transpired on the beautiful lands of Egypt. And so, talking about the Sirius Star and what it really stands for, what I'm going to be covering today is the current energy update of what this energy is bringing forth for us as a collective. These are messages that I received in Dreamtime as well as in meditation, as shared by my beautiful guides. I do work with Divine Mother, Divine Father of creation in their various incarnation forms as well here on Earth, across the globe, in various races. So one of my most recent videos, I'd shared a dream about how the energy is coming in. I'm not sure which month it was, but I will share a link below, where I'd shared a dream about an ocean, and some of us were going to take our spots on the ocean, and there were going to be high tides, almost tsunami-like, but it was not a tsunami, and it was more about the ocean representing the consciousness of the collective and how the consciousness was rising and all the ups and downs that we were going through as a collective, and everything was spinning and going really fast at that moment. So that was that dream. I'll share a link to that video. However, in June, just to give a brief background to what we're going to be talking about right now as well, in June that shared another update. I had not made a video about this, but on June 16th specifically, I'd seen a dream where in the dream, all of the spinning and the ocean waves that we all underwent as a collective had stopped. And as we woke up as a collective, because in that dream, if you remember, if you watched it, or you can watch it again, within the ocean, there were spots for everyone to take, and those spots represented their journey and what they were supposed to hold onto or hold space for the expansion that the collective was experiencing. So I'd seen almost like surfboards, but they were not really surfboards. They were stationary. The spot was stationary in the ocean, but yet the waves were moving. And so in June, on June 16th, the dream that I was shown was that all of those waves have stopped. And within my dream, I opened my eyes like I was waking up to a new day. And as I opened my eyes, I saw that all of the rest of the light workers, I know for a fact that they were light workers because they had specifically, consciously also worked towards those energies. They were around this vortex. So there was this big vortex at the center. For example, you can think about Niagara Falls. If you observe the Niagara Falls and if they were supposed to be a circle and how the falls go down into the depths. Similarly, there was a vortex and we were all, so there was a circular vortex and we were all around that vortex and the movement had stopped and we were all flat to the ground, still on our surfboards. And as I opened my eyes, I saw that all the light workers were, were around that circle and then in a row behind each other. Okay, so there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And there was sort of like a barrier, so we all don't just go into the portal. The portal was still open, and but we could observe it. And I saw it from right in front near the vortex, and all of the waters that were heightened initially had all calmed down. And they were now almost like they were to the floor and they were now falling into this vortex. And the vortex itself was, it represented Divine Mother's womb. It represented inner earth. So all of this beautiful heightened consciousness energy was now connecting with Mother Earth and aligning themselves to Mother Earth's heart, to her womb, as well as inner earth as well. And one of my colleagues, I don't recognize her from anyone that I know here, but she's really beautiful. She turned around and said, "Oh my God, you got to see the color of the ocean, of the water. It's really beautiful." And initially I thought, when I see it, it's going to be like a rainbow, but it was beyond the rainbow as well. It looked more like the Northern Lights, but in a water form. So basically all of the water of the ocean that I had spoken about in the dream before, our consciousness went through so much rise and beautification, purification, that now the consciousness of Earth literally looked like Northern Lights in a water form. And all of this water was then going into the vortex, into Divine Mother Earth, and everybody's consciousness was basically what it meant was that everyone's consciousness is now connected to Divine Mother Earth's consciousness. And it was absolutely beautiful and peaceful. And everybody was just laying down like that and just observing everything and just watching. There was no one talking to each other, just watching and observing everything. So that's what the dream was about. And now we are in July. And the Sirius star has come into alignment with Earth and with the Sun. So what this means basically is is a huge opportunity for us as a collective to connect with sacred vision, sacred wisdom, and sacred knowledge that this beautiful star stands for. And for huge transformational opportunities for us, for our souls, and expansion into another higher level of frequency and another higher level of organic benevolent timelines, heightened abilities as well. So here's how we can actually work around these energies to make the most of these times. So one of the things that we need to work on as a collective, again, they had shown me this in dream time just yesterday, was letting go. And they were showing me how the collective was now experiencing a lot of fear that was hidden. And the hidden fears were now coming into stock awareness. They were staring people in the face and they could not hide from their fears anymore. They could not push them under the carpet anymore. And they had no other choice but to deal with their fears. Their fears were exposed. That's what they were showing me in dream time. And the entire collective was going ahead and releasing those fears for themselves. And in the dream, I also saw there was another another beautiful worker. She had actually written down her fear on a sheet of paper, and she had written She had addressed it to a friend actually, and she had written, "To dear," I think she wrote, "Anne, um, I am hereby releasing my fear of," I think she had said aliens and starships or something like that. "And I'm ready to do it now, and I release it now," or something like that she had mentioned. And she'd put it down on the side. So the angels basically in the dream time, they showed me this is what this person has done. So the collective is now facing the fears and they're healing it. And as we face these fears and we heal them, we are then able to release those blockages. And then what you do with the empty space that is caused where the fear was residing, right? You basically use all of these beautiful energies to fill them up and say, this is where I'm going to send this energy now. This fear was seated in my heart. I'm going to bring this beautiful star Sirius energy of ancient wisdom, and I'm going to activate myself further, and I'm going to bring it into myself by meditating and doing whatever rituals and tools that help you do that. And so releasing and letting go of situations, circumstances that might have transpired in your life are really going to help you go next level within these energies. I was also shown that there was a lot of other things that the collective was releasing was setbacks. There were relentless physical, spiritual, energetic attacks. There were fears. There were situations which basically were totally bringing people down to the ground, where they had no other choice but to just lay down and just let those energies flow through them till such time that they were ready to wake up and say, this is it, I'm not going to take no more. There was a lot of heartbreak and a lot of harsh endings to brutal realities that these people were facing. And now it was time for them to cut these energies off completely and then rise from there. That's exactly what was shown in the meditation as well. And as we are ready to do that, we step into through this portal. This portal is about new opportunities, new beginnings, and rebirth as well. We are stepping into new beginnings, new creations. And in order to do that, the number one thing that we need to do is really trust and surrender. And instead of going against the current of nature, against what the universe is trying to do, to really trust the universe for a change and trust your divine guides for a change, and know that they have your best in their mind and will always bless you. To really have that hope and faith that you are going to be able to overcome whatever setback that you had recently or in the past within your lifetimes. And now you're moving into that portal of new opportunities, new beginnings with complete trust and surrender. And in some cases, maybe in most cases, as you're stepping into those new opportunities, you may or may not be aware of the complete or have complete clarity or vision of your path and your destination, where it is leading and how it is going to lead and what the milestones are going to be. Because in most circumstances, our angels, our guides, give us those details in little pieces of the puzzle. They don't like to overwhelm us saying, here's the blueprint in so-and-so year, this is what you're going to be doing. So you need to do this course, you need to do this, you go through this test, you need to go through this evaluation, you need to perform, you need to give back to the collective here. They're not going to tell you everything in advance. This is something that you will have to take one baby step at a time. All right, so that's what this energy holds within itself. The other thing that we all need to keep in mind is how are we going to make these changes for ourselves, and how are we going to make use of these beautiful opportunities that are coming and ensure that we don't shy away from them, we don't go into fear or don't trust ourselves, basically, is for you to now start tapping, for us to now start tapping into that inner priestess within us, or the inner priest within us, the wisdom within us, the wisdom of our higher selves, and really connecting with it. So making sure that we're working both with our conscious mind as well as a subconscious mind to make sure superficially what we know is not all that we're connecting with, but we're also connecting with what we know subconsciously and dealing with everything that is subconsciously hidden as well. And then using all the tools that you have in your kitty, whether it is whether they are rituals that resonate with you, it is your meditations, it is your connection with nature, it is your astral travel, whatever it is that you do, your chants, your singing, your dancing, whatever it is that allows you and helps you, aids you in connecting with the divine, we need to basically be doing all of that in these days that are to follow, to really make the most of these beautiful energies that are coming in. And these energies are also that of abundance. Today, 7/7 is the portal to abundance. And it is not just today, but it is going to be open, specifically this portal to abundance will be open for the next 3 days minimum. That's what Archangel Michael was sharing. For the next 3 days, it is a portal to abundance. So really working with yourself in surrendering, trusting, and then through that manifesting whatever you want to manifest for the collective, for your role here, for your mission, for yourself. And we are moving into times of abundance as a collective. Anything that we have lacked so far will be taken care of. Anything that you need along the path for your work, for your mission, for your family, for your lineage, you will be provided for. You just need to trust and surrender, stay in your hearts, and keep doing the work that you are doing. We are moving into a time of so much abundance that we will have enough abundance, not just for ourselves, but enough to be able to help others. And when I say abundance, of course, there's going to be abundance of finances, but there's going to be abundance of peace, harmony, balance, justice, love, forgiveness, compassion. So these beautiful energies are now flowing through. And we are basically the magnets to them. And we're able to also amplify them with our energies. As we sit down through these routines, we need to connect with our own star of origin, where we come from, to also tap back into the wisdom that our soul carries. Sirians, as a race, are beautiful ancient elders of our universe. They can have various forms, but how I've seen them is as beautiful humanoid feline beings, beautiful freckles, and they'll have cat eyes. They might have cat ears with tails, but beautiful iridescent skin, a lot of knowledge and vision, and they are very straight when they talk. They mean very to the point, because they're just speaking knowledge, right? And that's what they're bringing to us. Our intuitions, epiphanies, messages, downloads are going to be heightened in these days. And if we stay the path in terms of the effort that we put in from our side, that is going to be exponentially increased as well. Okay. Now, knowing very well, as we're going through this period of rapid transformation and transition, we have powerful guides that are watching over us and taking care of us, making sure we are safe and protected, and that we have everything that we need from the celestial beings as well. So a beautiful dragon also came through this morning with a message, and it was a beautiful red and golden dragon. It also had some black within it. And that dragon was also talking about changes, transformation, and activations, and how these dragons are here with their energies, with their fire and water energies, to protect us and guide us through. So call upon your dragons for the same. The Sirius Star at this moment is also initiating us into the next level of frequency and mission, sacred mission. So that was another important message that was coming up. If you are already working on your sacred mission, you will be shown the path to the next level of work that you're meant to do and that you're supposed to provide. And therefore, what are the gifts that you need to be able to perform those tasks are going to be shown in beautiful ways, again, in epiphanies, messages, downloads. So continuing to tap into that vision. And as I was working through this, I also received a message from the spirit of the eagle. An eagle came through and gave a beautiful message. So the spirit of the eagle is overseeing these timelines and is reminding us of the strength that we have, and that we will triumph, and we are going to rise above the challenges and setbacks that we have faced, and that we're going to rise above them. And what is actually going to take us through is the spirit of the eagle, which stands for, again, strength, focus, vision, rising above, and being triumph. It is a very powerful bird to connect with. So if you've not already done so, try connecting with the energy of the eagle for the same. Also, as we're going through this period of the Sirius Star coming into alignment, soon by the end of this month, the Lionsgate portal is going to be open, and that'll remain open all through August. And through August, there'll be another video coming out for that, but September will be the month when we'll actually be integrating all of these energies. So between July and August, it is a wonderful time to really give to yourself everything that you need to nourish your soul and to work on yourself, so that you're better able to help yourself and the expansion of your soul, and in turn also be able to work for the collective. And as I was doing that, I was also trying to connect into crystals, and a beautiful crystal stepped forth with messages specifically for the Sirius Stargate and all the way for the month of July. And this beautiful stone, this beautiful gem crystal, is called the blue tourmaline. And as I connected to the energy of the blue tourmaline, I initially saw it as a symbol of infinity, beautiful blue crystal. And then my guides helped me connect with their energy. And at that point, when I saw them, I saw an ocean of the consciousness of the blue tourmaline, and they were sparkling, and they're connected to the Sirius Stargate as well. And they brought this beautiful message of transformation. And they work with sacred senses in activating sacred senses, and they hold the sacred wisdom and knowledge of the Sirius Star. And here's the message that they had to share with all of us. So I'll wrap up the video with that. So the blue tourmaline said, "We are here to remind you of the infinity of your potential, your gifts, and your ever-expansive consciousness, to connect with all that there is, to believe in yourself, to speak your truth, to embody truth, to uphold your values. We can aid with activating your sacred senses, your 7 sacred senses of sight, hearing, feeling, knowing, touching, smelling, and of connections and connecting. We protect truth and expansion of its transmission. Some of you carry us within your DNA and therefore embody us. It is only a spark of remembrance that is needed to fully activate a full cycle connection and remembrance. Blessings of love, truth, and sacred senses." So I was really excited to hear this message from them and feel the beautiful energy. It was vibrating very well, very beautifully. So I'm happy to bring forth this message from the beautiful blue tourmaline. They might have a different market name by which they sell in the market. However, I also want to emphasize, every time we talk about crystals, it's beautiful if we can go and bring a piece of that crystal into our homes. However, it's not always about spending money and bringing in the physical crystals. If you are, for some reason, unable to procure one, you can also connect energetically with their consciousness, just as I did in this morning, because I don't have a blue tourmaline. And you can connect with their consciousness through energy, because we are all energy, and they will help you expand your consciousness, your third eye, your throat chakra, because they're a beautiful link for the two. Because if you see the color of the blue tourmaline, it is almost like it's in the middle of the third eye color and the throat chakra. So the third eye color is indigo, and the throat chakra is light aquamarine blue, and the color is somewhat in the middle. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for listening in. I hope these messages help you. I send you so much love, happy expanding your beautiful soul and consciousness. And thank you for everything you do for this universe. I love you all with all my heart, all my soul. Thank you.